Last night, President Biden provided his State of the Union address.
Ban assault weapons now. Ban them now. Do something about gun violence. Thank God we did, passing the most sweeping gun safety law in 3 decades. That includes things like enhanced background checks for 18 to 21 years old, red flag laws, keeping guns out of the hands of people who are a danger to themselves and others. But we know our work is not done.
And I wanted to provide you a response directly from the USCCA. We think it's important that you know we are constantly monitoring the federal landscape as it relates to your right to protect yourself and your family. First of all, the position of the USCCA is that you should use the firearm you are most comfortable with and that you feel will be most effective for you when it comes to self-defense. That's what we're talking about, self-defense. It's not within the purview of the federal government to decide this for you. They can't tell you which gun you should or shouldn't use to defend yourself. Secondly, it's important to note that there is no such thing as an assault weapon. Assault weapon is an arbitrary term created and perpetuated by anti-gun politicians and the media. It's arbitrary because assault is a verb, and assault weapon is not recognized as a legal definition anywhere. The cosmetic and functional features that the media and politicians use to classify a firearm as an assault weapon doesn't change the fundamental fact that all semi-automatic weapons fire 1 round per 1 pull of the trigger. Now that we're all operating with the same definition, let's discuss the reality around gun violence and federal gun legislation. But before we get into that, a quick reminder. We have a super secret giveaway going on right now that you can enter for free, but it ends really soon. Just click the link in the description below to reveal what it is. And here's a hint. It's kind of gun-shaped and it fits in a holster.
In 10 years, that ban was law and mass shootings went down. After we let it expire in the Republican administration, mass shootings tripled. Let's finish the job and ban these assault weapons.
All right, last night, President Biden claimed that in the 10 years that a federal assault weapons ban was in place, gun violence decreased. This is inaccurate. A 2010 study conducted by John Lott and the Crime Prevention Research Institute found there was no clear difference in gun violence or crime as a result of that assault weapons ban. There is no single legislative fix that will permanently solve the issue of gun violence. This issue is complex, multifaceted, and requires many inputs to solve. This means not just looking to the federal government for answers that impact our right to keep and bear arms. We need to be turning to our communities, our civic institutions, our churches, our schools, and our mental health professionals for solutions and guidance. Finally, Americans are waking up to the reality that they need to be their own first line of defense, their own first responder. And that attempts to curtail that only put law-abiding Americans at greater risk. Currently, 51% of Americans now oppose adopting a national assault weapons sales ban, according to an ABC News Washington Post poll released just this last Monday. If you have questions about this latest call to ban assault weapons or thoughts about the State of the Union, leave us a comment down below.